Whoever you are, wherever you go, someone wants to murder you. Are you afraid?
Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. So big surprise for Monday is that there's a new Game of Thrones trailer. You have to remember that even though this trailer presents a juxtaposition of certain characters like Bran in The Night's King, it doesn't always necessarily mean the season's going to go down that way. HBO marketing cuts these trailers, not the people that actually make the show. So take it with a grain of salt, but I do like the way they present different characters here. Like you have the Tower of Joy, where Ned Stark, Howland Reed, and a couple of his friends, a couple other knights, went to rescue his sister Lyanna Stark. There was actually William Dustin, Ethan Glover, Martin Cassell, Theo Wool, and Mark Ryswell. They had to fight off 3 members of the Targaryen Kingsguard, which is why their armor has Targaryen sigils on it. Arthur Dayne was one of those people. He wasn't a dual wielder, so I don't know if they've changed that for the TV show. I guess if they're not going to do the sword Dawn, then dual wielding would be a nice concession, but these just might be the other 2 Kingsguard. So Arthur Dayne might be somewhere up closer to the actual tower, but you can actually see it in this shot here, just the way they reversed it from previous trailers. I like everyone's theories about the episode 1 titled The Red Woman, as in they fight their way up to the tower and find Lyanna Stark lying in a pool of blood, making her a Red Woman. There are definitely going to be a couple of Red Women in episode 1. Continuing the theme of the trailer, we see the murdered Jon Snow, whose corpse is now slowly turning blue. Sansa still on the run from Ramsay's men. The Night's King with his army looking like they're going to murder someone. I know there's the scene where Bran finds him in the vision and he's like, oh shit. But that doesn't mean that that's happening near this scene right here. This seems like something totally different. I guess going with the murdered theme, if you wanted to talk about Samwell being murdered, you could say that the Drown God is slowly trying to murder him with his giant storm. The Faith Militant slowly closing in on Jaime while he stands over Myrcella's body. Jaime looking murderously at the High Sparrow. Ramsay's army trying to murder the combined armies of Sansa Stark. Don't know that I would go so far as to say the Dothraki are trying to murder Daenerys. It really depends on where that first episode picks up. But I think they're definitely going to have a battle of wills between her and Khal Jacko. She's going to have to find a way to win them over. Marriage is one solution to that. We finally see Ellaria Sand and some Dorne, so confirmed Dorne happening during season 6. She still wants to revenge murder the Lannisters. Now Jaime and Cersei probably want to murder them too. The Harpies looking like they're going to try and murder Tyrion this season. I'm sure he's going to enjoy that. And I'm really curious to see where Melisandre fits into this equation because she's kind of like a third-party bystander. Like it's pretty easy to assume that the Brothers of the Night's Watch that mutinied against Jon Snow probably don't trust her, so maybe they'll try and murder her too. Arya gonna have a lot of fun giving the gift of the many-faced god, which basically means murdering a bunch of people. Then we see Littlefinger, who is probably target for murder in every single storyline that he's involved in. The other Lords of the Vale probably want to get rid of him. Cersei would probably be happy to get rid of him too. Sansa probably wants to murder him after what he did to her last season. And of course, the dragons are probably going to try and eat everything that passes within eyesight. But just to loop back around to the Bran stuff, Bran versus the Night's King, this vision that he has where he turns around and sees him and he's like, oh shit. It's hard to tell where he is, but he might be looking at the Weirwood just covered in snow. Like this is what the world's going to look like during the long night. It's going to be completely covered with snow. Although technically it would literally be night. It would be dark all the time. So even though I would assume that he's seeing into the past when he's having this vision, he might be seeing into the future too. Or it could even be the present. Really the pitch is that it's going to look a little bit like astral projection. So the show might play with past, present, and future using that. So let me know in the comments, what are you most hype about from this trailer? I really just cannot wait to see what this massed army of the Night's King and the White Walkers are going up against. Because Dan and David said that they've started to use so many special effects that it's become cost prohibitive to make the show, which makes it sound like there's like a ton more special effects this season. Like you have Drogon flying over this giant crowd, that's a big special effect. But all the White Walker stuff, that's a lot of special effects too. So I think doing a lot more hard home type episode stuff is where a lot of that extra cost came from. But I guess we'll find out. Also in really awesome news, new round of the giveaway starts now. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber and leave a comment on this video. I totally wasn't expecting this new footage, so what I'll probably do is at least another bonus video on Sunday before episode 1 airs. But if there's anything else that you guys want me to cover this week, just let me know in the comments. While you guys wait for my next video to post, you can click here to learn all about the history of the Tower of Joy, what happened there, the people that were involved. and you can click here for the last big trailer video for Season 6. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Let's high five. I'll see you guys tonight.